Hey guys, so today we're going to do a review of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Impeccable Second Skin Blurring Foundation, which is supposed to give you a blurring effect. It's supposed to be lightweight, natural finish, a mattifying foundation. It's got 25 shades, and I have never applied Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation and liked it. So I was really curious about this one because the hype on internet was so high. I had to get one. Prep. I'm going to be using, I did apply my serums in the morning. So I'm just going to apply some moisturizer and the Huda Beauty Hydrate and Glow serum. So actually I do need to apply my toner. So I'm going to apply the Rose Water and Caramel Gentle Skin Toner. So this foundation is water-based, so you're supposed to apply a water-based skin prep for best outcome on this foundation according to the website. So I will be applying everything water-based. I've applied the toner, I'm going to apply the serum, and then we will apply the Neutrogena water-based hyaluronic acid skin moisturizer, hydrating skin preparation. All of these are key things. It doesn't matter what your foundation is, drugstore / high-end, you need an excellent skin prep before you can go in with your foundation, and that is the key to a good finish for any foundation. Now I'm not going to apply a blurring primer because this foundation is supposed to be blurring. So I'm going to apply a grip primer. This is the NYX the face glue. Just a little bit of that in the areas where I lose my foundation. Mostly on my chin actually. The skin prep is done. Now we are going to go with the foundation. This is supposed to be a lightweight formula. It's supposed to be mattifying without overly being dry or dewy. It's supposed to be buildable compared to the Huda Beauty blurring one, which is full coverage. This is a natural finish one. So I've applied one pump. When I tried this earlier, that's all I needed. The recommendation is to use a sponge for a natural finish, but I'm going to go with a brush first, which is my usual way. If you want a more buildable coverage, a brush is recommended. We'll see both. I usually go in with a brush coated with the foundation, which I didn't do today because I want to see how the foundation sits on my skin. I can see a good coverage. This is the shade match was not so good, I must tell you. This is 4N and 5N. The next shade was quite bright, and then I'm going to quite dark, so I had to compromise on a lighter shade, but I've been happier there was a shade in between. So just pressing with the wet sponge to blend the product into my skin. There are key things about applying any foundation: a good skin prep, a regular skincare routine, not having dry skin. If you have dry skin, your skin prep is not to the mark, then you may have patchy foundation. I would say most of the foundation are so good in the market these days. What makes a difference is your skin prep and how much you are ready to spend time on to set the product in place and blend it in. So that's a pretty good finish, I would say. Some contour. For the contour, I'm going to use the Rare Beauty one. This is in the shade Serene. Just to contour a few aspects of my face, just underneath my cheekbone. So taking a little bit on the brush, and then This is a sharp brush that I'm using, and I'm going more vertical these days to give that slimmed out look for my face and the nose. With this product, less is more, so you want to just, if you're looking for a day look, I would not put too much of contour on my face. Just looking for a bit of a shadow, and then just defining my jaw there as well. That jaw there is a gift from my dad and grandparents. My grandma had a jaw that was to die for till her last days. She was a physically very, very active woman. So for the blushes, I'm going to apply two blushes. This is the Rare Beauty and this is the Huda Beauty blushes. And because this is a day look, I'm going to mix two of these, and I'm going to apply the lighter color more just underneath the lateral aspect of my eyes, and the darker shade, I'm just going to move that a little bit higher, and then we are going to blend that in. This is something I'm been doing lately to give it a little bit more of a natural look. And as I was saying, as we age, that needs to be blended in. As we age, we need to apply less product because you don't want to look caked up. You don't want it to settle. Like here, you see I have wrinkles, and if I put too much of product, it is going to show and exaggerate those things which you don't want. People ask me, did you migrate because you wanted a better life? That it's not the stock standard definition everybody says. You can make money in India. You don't need to go abroad if you need to make. If you are smart about it, you can be very well off in India, have a life with lots of maids. I don't have a maid. I take care of my children by myself. And I think we need a little bit of concealer, and you can have a driver, you can have all of those things that make your life easy. But it comes in a different kind of a parcel. You also have to deal with your relatives, your, how do I say it? I just wanted peace. I just wanted peace, if that makes sense. I just wanted a better quality to my life, which did not mean that I was only looking for, yes, financial security was important, but I just wanted that simplicity of life. I was always uneasy. I remember when I was doing my internship in India and my husband was working. I couldn't see him, like literally. He'd have on-calls and he'd come home every 2 days or so. I had to go and sleep in the hospital if I had to meet my newly married husband. And also, I was in the room. He'd never be there in the doctor's room, a quarter. So what was the point? What is the point in life? If you are going to just be focused on making money, then you might as well do it alone. And you don't need a marriage, right, do you? And I just wanted these little things of not having interferences from multiple aspects. I found it very, very challenging to live where there was constant input from everyone. Yes, it's a very social environment, and I am a very introvert kind of a person. So I just wanted a simplicity and then of a life. And then the option was to go to UK where my husband's brother lived, and that is the tendency that everyone tells you to do. Oh, you've got family, you should move. I didn't want that, and I was that obstruction who I didn't think I wanted to go into London. I didn't think I wanted to take the tube. I didn't think I wanted to live in a small townhouse. I wanted a backyard. I wanted all of those things. And when I look at that foundation and I'm looking at the mirror, is it a natural finish? I would say it looks like you've applied makeup. That's my honest review. So going back to my topic, so I'm then going to apply my spray. I wanted a simple life. I didn't mind cooking. I didn't mind cleaning. I enjoyed those things. It's the space we're living in, and if there is not a lot of, like in India, there's always visitors. Here, we don't get that many visitors. We do interact a lot more, but life is a little bit more simpler, and I wanted that more simpler life. And then people ask me, why did you not choose Melbourne or Sydney? So why not Sydney or Melbourne? Because I'm a small city girl. I am not from Mumbai. I am not from Delhi. I was born in Bangalore, and later stage of my life, I grew up in going to a school in Kochi. And for me, I didn't want noise. I didn't want traffic. I didn't want hectic life, and I wanted to go. If I wanted to drive somewhere, I should be able to drive and not be stuck in traffic. I hate traffic. One of the things my husband and I fought was about the traffic, even in my little town, in my little city. Oh, people might get offended if I called Kochi today. Kochi is not a town. It's definitely a reasonably big city with huge traffic. Although Perth gave me a bit of a shock when I landed first. It was literally like in the middle of nowhere, and it looked like a little town. It's come a long way. So I was pretty happy here, living here. Life is much, much more simpler. People are polite, and it's nice to live in some place like that where you don't have somebody trying to siphon you out of your money because they realize you're a doctor, and they go and come and hit your car, and then local come and ask you to pay money. I had this very frightening event when my husband was coming back once from home, and this whole thing unraveled in front of our building. We were living in an apartment, and those are a few incidences that sort of made me decide, no, I don't want to live in India. Too much stress, like constant stress input. I know people love it. I do enjoy my holidays going there, enjoy the food that comes, the warmth of the people there. They're more interested in you. Yes, I have to tell you this incident as well. People are a little bit more mind your own business. Yes, sometimes it can be a little bit too much. Like I took my son out when he was 2 years old, and this was in Bunnings. He fell forward from the trolley. It was my mistake. I let him stand on the trolley, and the trolley, he fell forward, hit his head. Although I'm a doctor, I could not use when something happens to your kid, you can't use your doctor brain, and I start crying. Everyone were there, nobody approached us, nobody helped me, and I think I was a bit put off by that. If that had happened in India, there would be a lot of more curious people telling me what to do, however bad, but even then there would be involvement from people, with what's happening around me. So those are things that I enjoyed, but even then, I didn't want too much of the interference and input that was coming my way from everywhere. So I'm going to use my NARS. This is in the shade Deep Throat. Not the right brush. And I wanted a simpler life. So did my husband. He was tired of driving. We're talking about in 2003. He was sick of it, like the stress we would both experience. And I don't think we would have survived today's traffic in Cochin. We would not have survived. Like I hate traffic simply. I hate cities. I hate Bangalore. I was born there. I used to love the city, but shopping is great, but I just hate it. I just cannot sit in traffic like that. Now, the foundation, I don't know. I'm just going to finish my eyes and lips and be back and talk. For my final thoughts on the Anastasia Beverly Hills blurring effect foundation, which is Second Skin apparently. Lightweight, yes. Natural finish, yes. Second Skin light, yes. Blurring effect, no. And shade range, pore 25. Huda Beauty as better shade range and Huda Beauty as better blurring effect. Now my Armani that doesn't claim to be any of this definitely gets the number one. Shiseido is very close. Still my top three so far has been Giorgio Armani, Shiseido, Par. Even my Urban Decay is a pretty good foundation. L'Oreal, Maybelline, Skin Tints, let's not talk about it. They're amazing drugstore. But this one gets a 6 out of 10 from me. Just because it claims to be blurring, you can see all the pores in my face. So it's not really. And I think it is a wrong thing to claim any foundation to be blurring when it cannot blur your pores. The pores are going to be there. That is little holes on your face where your skin breathes and produces sebum, which is a protective factor for your skin. So if people have no pores, then they either of Asian skin or they have especially on brown skin, they have very dry skin. Oily skin, combination skin do have pores, and they age less as well. So I would rather have my pores than age quicker. So this is my Anastasia Beverly Hills blurring mattifying Second Skin foundation review 6 hours later. Oh my goodness, I love the finish. How amazing does this foundation look on my face? It just looks like my skin but better, glowing but not dewy or oily, and it was lighter when I initially applied it, so it did oxidize. So I think the blurring effect in terms of just blending it into your skin tone is what I think it gives you. The pores are still there, but I love it. It's amazing. It's as good as my Shiseido, my NARS and my Armani foundations. I think this is the look I was looking for my mature skin at 49. I don't like a thick foundation. I don't like full coverage. I just like a medium coverage through which my skin just peeks through, and it's given that to me. Now there's a little bit of under the eyes creasing. That is my concealer, not really the foundation. I didn't apply any foundation there. My lipstick is gone, my blush is gone, my contour still persisted. This is the Rare Beauty one. Eyeshadow is still there. I'm pretty happy with this foundation. Do let me know what your thoughts are. Now I'm going to post the full video of this tutorial of how I created this look on YouTube. It is a long video, so I cannot post it on any other platform. I am called Glamorous Doc on all the platforms, be it YouTube, be it Facebook, be it Instagram or TikTok. Do let me know what your thoughts are after watching the full tutorial, and I would be really happy to hear from you guys. Thank you for your ongoing support. Please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you.